I watch a new film every other day. Follow along for recommendations and reviews. Today, I just finished watching SIBE, the movie that is showing on Bimbo Ademoye TV. And of all the four films that we've watched from Bimbo Ademoye TV on the VDK Film Club, this is by far the most cinematic and my absolute favorite one. This film, I watch a lot of films in cinema, as you guys know, and this film is comparable to so many cinema films I have watched and better than a lot of them as well. This film is so well done, and Bimbo Ademoye is just, I love her. She is a mind, a creative, a visionary that has an ambition and a passion that I just pray that God gives her the life to like realize everything that she wants to do and gives us to the life to watch what she does. Because if this film is for YouTube, her cinema debut, I'm so curious to know what she's going to do because this film was cinematic. This is the non-spoiler section, so I'm going to talk very, very carefully. What I thought this film was going to be about was Sibe just doing different jobs like a full-on comedy. This film goes into thrills. Like, talk about a thrilling film. It is heavily comedic as well. You go laugh, tire. But there's also like thrills, like a real thrill, a real mystery, a real thriller. Like, it is so good. And then talking about performances, we need to talk about Bimbo Ademoye as Sibe killed it. First of all, sorry about that. Even before this film, like it's a vocals team for me, and I didn't know which character of has actually said that. I just thought I was still sorry about that. But I didn't know it was actually Sibe, and she cracks me up. Her red lipstick, purple lipstick on one lip, her outfit choices, her comedy, like Sibe as a character is very funny. And Bimba Ademoye has so many funny moments in this. Uche Montana, the first time I see Uche on screen, I say, that's my girl. I love that babe, man. And she killed it. There's a picture, if there's a still in this film of just two of them, and when I tell you that, talk about a picture that says 1,000 words. If you just see this picture, even out of this film, the way these two look side by side, this picture tells you so many. You can write many stories about these women, and the story that they tell in this story is so interesting. The other cast members, Uzor Arukwe kills it, Deyemi kills it, Eukeria gives what Eukeria does, she kills it, Amanda kills it. There's this girl that played Moji. Her name is Biola Karim. She killed it. Afis killed it. I'm looking at the cast because they're on my screen. I just finished watching the film. Brian Okoye, everybody here really, 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 really killed it. Every single person, top to bottom, they killed it. Oh, this is a film that you absolutely need to watch and that I have so many things to talk about in the spoiler section. So if you have watched it and ready to come and talk about this film now with spoilers, then spoilers ahead in 3, 2, 1. Let us go. All right, now we're in the spoiler section. Please, if you're going to write a comment that has spoilers, just write spoiler alert before you write your comment so that we don't spoil it for people that have not yet watched it. All right, let's start this thing. The first thing I want to say is that when this film starts with CB and her dream of being a policewoman, she don't solve crime. I said, this one has to be dream. It has to be dream. When she gets that job as the saloon policewoman there, and she they do over Sabi worker, they do scan for person not supposed to. What you they scan this for up down, they will spread your leg. Then at the end, when they say stop that woman, you went to go and now really slow motion run to her and then put hands behind her back. I said, please, Sibe, calm down. Oh, that part cracked me up. Then let's talk about Natasha. That one too, they live fake life. And can I just say something? You know, you really see Natasha when she's not doing her fake life and when she's doing her, her runs. And when I tell you that Uche Montana cleans up so nice, because in that seduction scene with Deyemi, I said, no, Uche looks, she look good. That black dress, oh, she looked so good. And then when Sibe and her in that car, and you kind of now realize that it be like say Natasha is a ghost. I'm like, and then when you now find out that true Natasha is a ghost, I said, yeah, and that's where the film just turns and gets really, really interesting. Then speaking of Sibe and Natasha together, I really loved their camaraderie. Like I just love these two women together, and sometimes the way to just de themselves. Like for example, I have three lines. Like when Sibe first realizes that Natasha is haunting her, and she says, I don't even know you. No be person make by person wey ghost dey hunt. I don't know. I found that funny because true, like why you dey hunt me? Are you crazy? Then second was when she said, your own ghost is useless. You were useless in life, you're useless in death. And then when she also said, Natasha, useless ghost with no powers. Heaven didn't accept you. Earth no accept you. You can't even eat eba. Like it was just like three random lines like this that were just cracking me up. But their whole camaraderie back and forth, I really, really enjoyed. I also really loved the way that they humanized Natasha. When Sibe goes to see Natasha's family and they're really seeing all these things of how the father is like, I'm so proud of her. She was the one providing for us, doing all these things for us. And Sibe now goes back to Natasha and she said, your work is bad, true, but you be good shy. I said that's the highest compliment Sibe can give, I guess. But he really humanized Natasha in that way and just painted her in a different light that I thought was lovely to see. Because this character could be so easily judged as, oh, she just only buy her wig and eyelash, but she's actually doing a lot with her money to also help her family. So I love that they humanized her. And then after that, when Sibe now says, unlike you, if I pie today, my father will not have anything good to say to me. I was like, hey, yeah, like Sibe really Bimbo brought the emotion. Bimbo really brought the emotion. Then let us move on to Utomi and Utomi staff. First of all, when that Utomi was a bad man, Sha, like when he goes to his staff and he's like, I have film for you. And then he plays the film and they're like, hey! And he's like, yeah. So any questions? I think that explains itself. I said, this man is demonic, evil. And then when I see Utomi staff, and I was like, first I thought it was like a toxic relationship. That does she like this kind of toxicness of slam her on the wall and then come and be kissing her, and then you realize it's more than toxic, it's abusive. It started off like it sounded like started off well, but it has now become abusive. That past scene where Sibe goes to go and meet Adisuba, that is Amanda's character, and she's like, I wrote it down. She says, "You want to escape that house, but you are scared for your life." The way she said it like an oracle was cracking me off. No, Sibe was hilarious, I beg. I also want to talk about Bobo. At first, when we see Bobo for like only two scenes, I was like, Uzo came for only these two scenes. That's very nice that that's all he just came for. But I wish we would see him also. When he comes back towards the end again, I was very happy to see Uzor Arukwe. First of all, not Bobo having so many children, like six. Second of all, the fact that immediately he got to that hotel bed, he has already forgotten his wife and he's telling the girl that emoji that I'm here with you. Which one be my wife? What a mess. That part where Sibe tells them the money na $1,000 and then they drop the bag and Baba says, go and bring G string. That also cracked me up. Also, these guys strippers when no say they go also touch you as part of the stripping. They don't tell you. Then let's move on to Sibe's infiltration plan. When she went to go and give that oracle love potion, Afiz did such a fantastic job of playing that oracle. That whole thing was so uncomfortable and so funny. Like they did a very good job of that. That part that the oracle was telling her enemy approaching, and she know the year because she dey look dollars. I say, see you. Now you don't they go hide on that chair. Please, that part where the guy now says, come out. And she now says, you mean me? I said, Sibe, who else are you going to talk to? When she now goes back to save her friends, I'm like, oh, and that part that she now tells Utumi, is it because you have golden gun? That part cracks me up. In short, that whole part when she's even now holding the two guns and she's holding it wrongly, I say, Sibe is cracking me up, man. I also just love how they complicated her journey. Like it could have been a very straightforward journey for her. Like, oh, they would have given the Oracle the actual rights potion or stuff like that. But like the way they complicated the whole thing and kept on throwing trenches into her plan, I love how it all came together. Like when Utomi is holding the gun on her, and then the Oracle, because of the love potion, comes to her rescue. And then even when she now gets up and she's holding the guns, and we're like, how is this all going to go? Because Brian, his character has come in and is now holding them hostage again. And then you now see her uncle, and you realize that she called her uncle, and the uncle, it makes sense because he's the AIG and he has been in this whole thing. It just all came together and it made sense and I loved it. At the end, it's like her dream. She actually solved the crime. And there was, of course, the bittersweetness of Natasha's death. But then Natasha said something that she said, shit happens, but at least I'll be his last. It was like a nice silver lining to Natasha's death. And Natasha also telling her to spend the money wisely. And then at the end, you see all the good things she's actually done with her money. Then she goes back to her father. Her father is proud of her. It ends. I was like, oh no, this was so well done. All the threads connected. They just did such a sweet film. Bimbo Ademoye, you better be proud of yourself. Everybody that is part of A3 Studios, everybody that's part of this production, like you all should be proud of yourself. This was such a good film. If you watched this, I'm very curious to know what you think about it. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you've watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I'm the curator of the VDK Film Club, where every other day we watch something new and we just about it like we've done today. Follow along. All right, until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.